Question 1. A project manager observes that team members are frequently debating project approach and individual responsibilities, leading to some tension but also clearer understanding. Which stage of team development is the team most likely experiencing? A. Performing. B. Forming. C. Norming. D. Storming. Answer: D. Storming. The storming stage of team development is characterized by conflict, disagreement, and challenges as team members adjust to working together, articulate their individual ideas, and define roles and responsibilities. While it can involve tension, this stage is crucial for teams to address differences, clarify expectations, and establish trust before moving towards higher performance. For example, a team might argue about the best technical solution or who should lead a particular task during this phase. Navigating storming effectively allows the team to resolve issues and develop stronger working relationships. Remember that conflict, when managed constructively, can be a sign of a healthy, evolving team. Question 2. During a daily stand-up meeting for an agile project, a team member consistently interrupts others and dominates the conversation. What is the most appropriate action for the Scrum Master to take? A. Report the team member's behavior to their functional manager for disciplinary action. B. Politely remind the team member about the meeting's time box and the importance of allowing everyone to speak. C. Ignore the behavior, as the team is self-organizing and should address it themselves. D. Implement a strict talking stick policy for all future stand-ups. Answer: B. Politely remind the team member about the meeting's time box and the importance of allowing everyone to speak. The Scrum Master acts as a servant leader, facilitating team processes and removing impediments, which includes ensuring effective communication and adherence to agile principles like respect and focus during events. Politely reminding the team member ensures the meeting stays productive and inclusive without being overly authoritative or escalating the issue unnecessarily. For instance, the Scrum Master might say, "Thanks for sharing, but let's make sure everyone has a chance to provide their update within our time box." This approach helps guide the team towards self-correction while maintaining a supportive environment. Remember that the Scrum Master's role is to coach and facilitate, not to manage individuals. Question 3. A project team is highly skilled and experienced, but they struggle with consistent delivery and frequently miss small deadlines. The project manager identifies a lack of internal communication and collaboration as a root cause. What should the project manager prioritize to improve the team's performance? A. Providing advanced technical training to enhance individual skills. B. Implementing a strict disciplinary system for missed deadlines. C. Facilitating workshops to improve team communication and cross-functional collaboration. D. Reducing the scope of work to lessen the team's workload. Answer: C. Facilitating workshops to improve team communication and cross-functional collaboration. The core issue is identified as a lack of communication and collaboration, which directly impacts a team's ability to coordinate tasks, share information, and work effectively together, even if individual skills are high. Facilitating workshops focused on communication strategies, conflict resolution, or cross-functional team building directly addresses this root cause. For example, a workshop might introduce techniques like active listening or visual management boards to enhance information flow. Improving these soft skills is essential for a high-performing team. Always focus on addressing the identified root cause of performance issues. Question 4. A project manager discovers that two key team members are in a personal conflict that is negatively impacting their ability to collaborate on a critical task. What is the project manager's best initial approach to resolve this conflict? A. Assign them to separate, unrelated tasks to avoid further interaction. B. Meet with both individuals together to mediate and facilitate a win-win solution. C. Report the conflict to their functional managers and let them handle it. D. Arbitrate the conflict by listening to both sides and making a decision for them. Answer: B. Meet with both individuals together to mediate and facilitate a win-win solution. Confronting the problem directly through a collaborative, problem-solving approach is often the most effective conflict resolution technique for project managers. Mediating a discussion between the involved parties allows them to express their perspectives, understand each other's viewpoints, and work together to find a mutually acceptable solution that prioritizes the project's success. For instance, the project manager might facilitate a discussion where each person states their needs and then brainstorms ways to meet those needs while still completing the task. This approach fosters ownership and strengthens team relationships in the long run. Remember that conflict resolution aims to achieve a constructive outcome, not just suppress disagreement. Question 5. A project manager is leading a diverse team, and some members are hesitant to speak up during meetings due to cultural differences. How can the project manager best encourage participation and foster an inclusive environment? A. Assign mandatory speaking slots for each team member to ensure everyone contributes. B. Conduct all meetings in a virtual format to reduce social pressure. C. Implement strategies like round-robin discussions, using anonymous feedback, or facilitating one-on-one check-ins. D. Focus discussions only on technical details, as cultural nuances are outside the project's scope. Answer: C. Implement strategies like round-robin discussions, using anonymous feedback, or facilitating one-on-one check-ins. Fostering an inclusive environment means creating psychological safety where all team members feel comfortable contributing, regardless of their cultural background or communication style. Strategies like round-robin discussions ensure everyone gets an opportunity to speak, anonymous feedback tools allow for candid input, and one-on-one check-ins provide a less intimidating forum for expressing ideas. For example, starting a meeting with a brief round-robin where everyone shares one idea can gently encourage participation. These methods acknowledge and accommodate diverse communication preferences. An effective project manager actively cultivates an environment where every voice is heard and valued. Question 6. The project team has delivered several successful iterations, is consistently meeting sprint goals, and demonstrates high levels of trust and collaboration. Which stage of team development is this team most likely in? A. Forming. B. Storming. C. Norming. D. Performing. Answer: D. Performing. The performing stage is the ultimate goal of team development, characterized by high levels of trust, collaboration, self-organization, and effective problem-solving. Teams in this stage are productive, efficient, and able to work autonomously, consistently delivering high-quality results. For example, a performing team can overcome unexpected obstacles with minimal managerial intervention and maintain their focus on delivering value. This stage signifies that the team has matured and is operating at its peak effectiveness. Recognize the hallmarks of a high-performing team and strive to foster them on your projects. Question 7. A project manager wants to motivate the team to achieve stretch goals. According to Herzberg's motivation hygiene theory, which of the following would be considered a motivator rather than a hygiene factor? A. Providing a competitive salary. B. Ensuring comfortable working conditions. C. Offering opportunities for growth and recognition. D. Maintaining clear company policies. Answer: C. Offering opportunities for growth and recognition. Herzberg's two-factor theory distinguishes between hygiene factors, which prevent dissatisfaction but don't motivate, like salary and working conditions, and motivators, which actively contribute to satisfaction and performance, like achievement, recognition, responsibility, and growth. Providing opportunities for growth and recognition directly addresses a team member's psychological need for accomplishment and advancement, thus truly motivating them to excel. For instance, giving a team member a visible role in a key presentation or sponsoring their professional certification would be strong motivators. To boost performance, focus on providing genuine motivators, not just maintaining hygiene factors. Question 8. An agile project team has a critical decision to make: but consensus is difficult to achieve. The Scrum Master needs to facilitate this decision-making process. What is the most appropriate approach for the Scrum Master? A. Make the decision on behalf of the team to expedite the process. B. Facilitate a discussion to explore options and encourage the team to reach a decision through collaboration. C. Postpone the decision until the product owner can provide a definitive answer. D. Implement a voting system where the majority rules, regardless of dissenting opinions. Answer: B. Facilitate a discussion to explore options and encourage the team to reach a decision through collaboration. In agile environments, self-organizing teams are empowered to make decisions. The Scrum Master's role is to facilitate this process, not to make the decision for them. Facilitating a discussion allows the team to explore various options, understand implications, and collectively arrive at a decision, fostering ownership and commitment. For example, the Scrum Master might guide the team through a pros and cons analysis or a decision matrix to help them weigh alternatives. Encourage your teams to own their decisions, as this builds accountability and strengthens their self-organization. Question 9. A project manager has identified a team member who consistently excels and often helps others. To best leverage this team member's strengths and support the team, what should the project manager encourage? A. Assigning them more complex individual tasks to keep them challenged. B. Promoting them to a formal leadership role within the team immediately. C. Encouraging them to mentor less experienced team members and share best practices. D. Directing them to focus solely on their own tasks to maintain productivity. Answer: C. Encouraging them to mentor less experienced team members and share best practices. Leveraging a highly performing and helpful team member for mentoring and knowledge sharing benefits the entire team by raising overall skill levels and fostering a collaborative learning environment. This approach distributes expertise and builds team capability rather than concentrating it in one individual. For example, the project manager might suggest that the experienced team member lead a short knowledge-sharing session on a specific technique. This not only enhances team capacity but also provides recognition and growth opportunities for the mentor. Always look for opportunities to enable knowledge transfer within your team. Question 10. A project team is geographically dispersed, and team members rarely interact face-to-face. What is a key challenge a project manager must proactively address to build team cohesion in this scenario? A. Difficulty in tracking individual task progress. B. Increased need for formal documentation. C. Building trust and establishing effective communication channels. D. Higher software licensing costs due to remote access. Answer: C. Building trust and establishing effective communication channels. For geographically dispersed teams, the lack of face-to-face interaction can impede the natural formation of trust and informal communication, which are crucial for team cohesion and effectiveness. The project manager must proactively implement strategies like virtual team-building activities, regular video conferences, and using collaborative online tools to bridge geographical distances and foster strong relationships. For example, scheduling informal virtual coffee breaks can help team members connect on a personal level. Strong communication channels and a foundation of trust are paramount for successful virtual teams. Question 11. During a project, a team member consistently misses deadlines, despite having the necessary skills. After talking to the team member, the project manager learns they are overwhelmed with multiple competing priorities from different functional managers. What is the project manager's primary responsibility in this situation? A. Reprimand the team member for poor time management. B. Reduce the team member's workload significantly. C. Work with the functional managers to resolve the priority conflicts for the team member. D. Reassign the team member to a less critical task. Answer: C. Work with the functional managers to resolve the priority conflicts for the team member. A project manager's responsibility includes removing impediments and ensuring team members have a clear understanding of priorities. When a team member faces competing demands from different managers, it's a conflict of priorities that the project manager must resolve by engaging with the relevant functional managers. This ensures the team member can focus on project tasks without external distractions. For example, the project manager might schedule a meeting with the functional managers to negotiate workload and ensure the project's priorities are understood and respected. Effectively managing stakeholder expectations is critical for protecting your team's focus. Question 12. A project manager has just completed a major project milestone and wants to celebrate the team's achievement. What is the most effective way to recognize the team's contribution and boost morale? A. Provide individual performance bonuses based on a complex metric system. B. Host a team-wide celebration event and publicly acknowledge their hard work and success. C. Send an email acknowledging the milestone completion. D. Immediately move on to the next project phase to maintain momentum. Answer: B. Host a team-wide celebration event and publicly acknowledge their hard work and success. Effective recognition goes beyond monetary rewards. It involves publicly acknowledging the team's collective effort and success, which boosts morale, reinforces positive behavior, and strengthens team cohesion. A team-wide celebration creates a shared sense of accomplishment and appreciation. For example, a project manager might organize a team lunch or a small recognition ceremony where specific contributions are highlighted. Timely and visible recognition is a powerful motivator and fosters a positive team culture. Question 13. An agile team decides to adopt a new tool for collaborative documentation. However, one experienced team member expresses strong resistance, preferring the old method. What is the most effective approach for the Scrum Master to handle this resistance? A. Mandate the use of the new tool, citing organizational policy. B. Allow the team member to continue using the old method to avoid conflict. C. Coach the team member on the benefits of the new tool and facilitate their learning while encouraging the team to discuss the value. D. Ask the product owner to intervene and enforce the change. Answer: C. Coach the team member on the benefits of the new tool and facilitate their learning while encouraging the team to discuss the value. The Scrum Master acts as a coach and facilitator, empowering the team and removing impediments, including resistance to change. Coaching the team member and facilitating a team discussion allows for understanding the concerns, highlighting the benefits, and ensuring the team collectively addresses the issue, fostering buy-in rather than forcing compliance. For instance, the Scrum Master might arrange a demonstration of the new tool's efficiency or connect the resistant team member with someone who has successfully used it. Empowering the team to address their own challenges through collaborative discussion is key to agile self-organization. Question 14. A project manager is forming a new cross-functional team for a complex project. To ensure the team is well-equipped for success, what is the most important element to establish from the outset? A. A detailed, fixed budget for team training. B. Clearly defined team roles, responsibilities, and a shared understanding of project goals. C. A rigid reporting structure to ensure accountability. D. An extensive list of individual performance metrics. Answer: B. Clearly defined team roles, responsibilities, and a shared understanding of project goals. Establishing clear roles, responsibilities, and a shared understanding of the project's purpose and objectives from the start is fundamental for team alignment and effectiveness. Without this clarity, confusion, duplication of effort, and conflict can arise. For example, a project charter or a team charter session can be used to define these elements collaboratively, ensuring everyone knows their contribution and the overall direction. A well-defined foundation prevents many common team issues down the line. Question 15. A project manager notices that team members are starting to openly share their ideas and provide constructive feedback to each other, and conflicts are being resolved efficiently. Which stage of team development is this team most likely entering or already in? A. Forming. B. Storming. C. Norming. D. Adjourning. Answer: C. Norming. The norming stage is characterized by the development of cohesion, establishment of group norms, and an increase in collaboration and open communication. Team members begin to accept each other's differences, resolve conflicts more effectively, and focus on team goals, setting up the framework for high performance. For instance, the team might collectively agree on communication protocols or how to handle disagreements, creating a sense of unity and shared purpose. This stage builds a solid foundation for the team to become truly productive. Question 16. A project manager is mentoring a junior team member who lacks confidence in their abilities, despite demonstrating potential. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to enhance the team member's self-confidence and performance? A. Assign them only simple, low-risk tasks to prevent mistakes. B. Provide constructive feedback, offer opportunities for skill development, and assign challenging but achievable tasks with support. C. Ignore the confidence issue, assuming it will improve with experience. D. Publicly praise their minimal contributions to boost their ego. Answer: B. Provide constructive feedback, offer opportunities for skill development, and assign challenging but achievable tasks with support. Effective mentoring involves a balance of challenge and support to foster growth and confidence. Providing constructive feedback helps the team member understand areas for improvement, while opportunities for skill development, like training or pairing, enhance their capabilities. Assigning challenging but achievable tasks, with the project manager offering guidance and support, allows them to experience success and build self-assurance. For example, the project manager might assign a slightly more complex task, assuring the junior member that they are available to answer questions. This supportive yet challenging approach nurtures potential and builds competence. Question 17. During a retrospective meeting, an agile team identifies that they are not consistently delivering potentially shippable increments at the end of each sprint. What is the most effective action the team should take collaboratively? A. Extend the length of future sprints to allow more time. B. Discuss and agree on specific process improvements or adjustments to their definition of done. C. Request the product owner to reduce the scope of all future user stories. D. Assign individual penalties for not meeting the sprint goal. Answer: B. Discuss and agree on specific process improvements or adjustments to their definition of done. Retrospective meetings are designed for agile teams to inspect their process and adapt for future improvements. When a team isn't delivering shippable increments, it indicates a need to refine their internal processes, such as their definition of done, the criteria that all backlog items must meet to be considered complete. Collaboratively discussing and agreeing on these improvements empowers the team to own their process and enhance efficiency. For example, they might decide to include specific testing steps in their definition of done or allocate more time for integration work within the sprint. Continuous improvement is at the heart of agile methodologies. Question 18. A project team is experiencing significant technical challenges, and morale is declining due to repeated setbacks. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to re-energize the team and maintain motivation? A. Shift the blame for technical issues to external factors or vendors. B. Acknowledge the difficulties, celebrate small successes, and foster a problem-solving mindset. C. Increase the team's working hours to force faster progress. D. Implement a no-failure policy to encourage greater caution. Answer: B. Acknowledge the difficulties, celebrate small successes, and foster a problem-solving mindset. In the face of adversity, effective project managers acknowledge the challenges openly, which validates the team's experience. Then, they focus on re-engaging the team by celebrating any small victories or progress, no matter how minor, to maintain morale and demonstrate forward momentum. Encouraging a collaborative problem-solving mindset empowers the team to collectively address the technical issues, rather than feeling defeated. For example, after overcoming a particularly tricky bug, the project manager might take a moment to commend the team's persistence and ingenuity. Maintaining a positive and solution-oriented outlook is vital for long-term team resilience. Question 19. A team member approaches the project manager with a proposal for an innovative but high-risk solution to a complex problem. The project manager's immediate reaction is skepticism due to the risk involved. How should the project manager best respond to encourage future innovation? A. Immediately dismiss the idea and explain why it's too risky. B. Thank the team member for their initiative and suggest they research a less risky alternative. C. Encourage the team member to elaborate on the idea, ask clarifying questions, and evaluate the potential benefits versus risks collaboratively. D. Take the idea and present it as their own, regardless of the risk. Answer: C. Encourage the team member to elaborate on the idea, ask clarifying questions, and evaluate the potential benefits versus risks collaboratively. To foster innovation and psychological safety, project managers should welcome new ideas, even if they initially seem risky. Encouraging elaboration and engaging in a collaborative discussion demonstrates respect for the team member's input and helps in a thorough evaluation of the proposal. This approach helps the team member feel valued and encourages them to bring forward more ideas in the future, fostering a culture of continuous improvement. For instance, the project manager might ask, "What are the specific risks you've identified, and how do you propose we mitigate them?" This collaborative analysis creates a safe space for creativity. Question 20. A project team has just finished a major delivery. The project manager wants to conduct a session to identify successes, challenges, and lessons learned to improve future projects. What is this session commonly called in Agile project management? A. Status meeting. B. Project closing meeting. C. Retrospective. D. Sprint planning. Answer: C. Retrospective. In Agile methodologies, a retrospective is a regular event where the team reflects on its performance, processes, and interactions to identify what went well, what could be improved, and how to implement those improvements in the next iteration or project phase. It is a critical component of continuous improvement and adaptation. For example, a retrospective might reveal that communication between two subteams was inefficient, leading to the team deciding to implement daily sync-up calls. This focused reflection helps the team learn and evolve. Question 21. A project manager observes that a team member is consistently overworked and highly stressed, leading to decreased quality in their deliverables. What is the most appropriate initial action for the project manager to take? A. Assign the team member more tasks to push them to work faster. B. Confront the team member about the declining quality and demand improvement. C. Engage in a private conversation with the team member to understand the root cause of the stress and seek solutions. D. Reassign the team member's tasks to others without consultation. Answer: C. Engage in a private conversation with the team member to understand the root cause of the stress and seek solutions. A project manager should prioritize the well-being of their team members, as stress can significantly impact performance and morale. Engaging in a private, empathetic conversation allows the project manager to understand the underlying issues causing the stress and overwork, whether it's workload, skill gap, or personal matters, and then collaborate on finding a sustainable solution. For example, the project manager might discover the team member is struggling with a new tool and needs additional training, or that tasks are not prioritized correctly. Addressing the root cause through open communication is key to supporting your team and maintaining productivity. Question 22. The project team members are highly dependent on the project manager for all decisions and problem solving, even for minor issues. This indicates a lack of which important team characteristic? A. Technical expertise. B. Self-organization. C. Budget adherence. D. Scope management. Answer: B. Self-organization. Self-organization is a core characteristic of high-performing teams, especially in Agile environments, where team members are empowered to make decisions about how to best accomplish their work and solve problems without constant direction from a manager. If a team is overly reliant on the project manager, it signifies a lack of self-organization and an impediment to team maturity. For instance, a self-organizing team would collaboratively troubleshoot a technical issue themselves before escalating it. Fostering self-organization enables teams to be more efficient and adaptable. Question 23. A project manager wants to establish a clear definition of done for the deliverables produced by an agile team. Who primarily collaborates to create and agree upon this definition? A. The project manager alone. B. The product owner and key stakeholders. C. The development team, or project team, in collaboration with the product owner and Scrum Master. D. The functional manager of the team members. Answer: C. The development team, or project team, in collaboration with the product owner and Scrum Master. The definition of done, DoD, is a shared understanding of what it means for work to be complete and shippable. It is primarily created and owned by the development team, as they are the ones doing the work and ensuring quality. However, they collaborate with the product owner to ensure it aligns with product expectations and with the Scrum Master to facilitate the discussion and ensure it's a realistic and continuously improving standard. For example, the DoD might include items like code reviewed, unit tested, and integrated. A clear and agreed-upon definition of done enhances transparency and quality. Question 24. A project manager is concerned about potential scope creep and wants to empower the team to manage their workload effectively within agreed-upon boundaries. Which of the following is the most effective approach? A. Micromanage individual tasks to ensure no extra work is done. B. Encourage the team to say no to new requests that are not aligned with the sprint goal or current scope. C. Continuously add new features to keep the team challenged. D. Publicly criticize team members who accept additional work. Answer: B. Encourage the team to say no to new requests that are not aligned with the sprint goal or current scope. Empowering a team to say no to unapproved or out-of-scope requests is a crucial aspect of managing scope creep and protecting the team's focus and capacity. This fosters a sense of ownership over the project's boundaries and encourages proactive risk management. For example, if a stakeholder asks for a last-minute feature, the team should feel empowered to respond, "That's a great idea, but it's not in our current sprint goal, let's discuss adding it to the backlog for future consideration." This approach helps maintain focus on committed deliverables and prevents overcommitment. Question 25. A project manager is assembling a virtual team for a short-term project. To quickly build rapport and understanding among team members, what should be prioritized during the initial phase? A. Immediate assignment of complex technical tasks to gauge individual skills. B. Detailed review of individual resumes and professional histories. C. Facilitating virtual team-building activities and establishing communication norms. D. Implementing strict daily reporting requirements to ensure visibility. Answer: C. Facilitating virtual team-building activities and establishing communication norms. For virtual teams, especially short-term ones, quickly building rapport and establishing effective communication norms are crucial to overcome the lack of face-to-face interaction and foster trust. Virtual team-building activities help members connect on a personal level, while agreed-upon communication norms, e.g., preferred communication tools, response times, ensure smooth information flow. For instance, starting meetings with a quick, informal check-in question or scheduling a virtual coffee break can help team members feel more connected. Prioritizing these elements lays the foundation for effective collaboration in a dispersed environment.